everyone, and welcome to my latest book haul. It's been a while since I've been on due to a number of things. February was a month that just flew right by, and plus the fact I was away on holiday for about a week and a bit, so I haven't really been on very much. While I was away, I'd received quite a few books, and I also bought some books as well. So this is just kind of a catch up, everything that I've bought and received, and I just thought I would go through them all and let you know. Now, excuse me now, I've got a flu cold thing, so I may cough and splutter a wee bit, but hopefully I should get through it all without any issues. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with the books that I bought while I was away. Okay, right, first up, this is my normal pilgrimage. In America, I always try and stop off at Barnes & Noble and try and pick up some books that aren't readily available, or just something that kind of takes my fancy. So the first one that I picked up was Graft by Matt Hill, and that is published by Angry Robots. It was the cover that kind of drew me to it, and it's a science fiction type one, but it seems to be only set in about 9 years in the future, and it's got things about like AI and everything like that. So this is the first one that I bought. Second one was a book that I had been wanting to get for ages, but it's been expensive because there's no British publisher, and when I did have a look on like Amazon and other places, that was still over £10. So since I was on holiday, I decided to use some of my spending money and buy it there, and that is called The Imposter Queen by Sarah Fine. I'd seen this, I can't remember when I seen this, but I think it was when I was looking at Red Queen or something like that, and it had popped up, but I really quite fancied this. It says here, an old queen dies, a new one arises. When the power tore itself loose, it took everything with it except for one image, a little girl with coppery hair and pale blue eyes. She was too blurry to make out. Even as Karine tried to focus, her vision doubled, creating two wavering, overlapping faces in the fog. Still, she knew exactly who the little girl was and what was about to happen to her. Then the last shreds of ice and fire slipped free without a fight, for Karine had no strength left to hold on to them. The darkness was complete, the magic was gone, and so was she. That's how it's supposed to work. And this looks really good, so, and the cover's really nice. So this, I bought this when I was away. Next one was a book that was actually sitting on a table of what's new in YA. And if you've been following either my blog or even some of my YouTube channels videos, you'll know that I don't really particularly care for young adult, though I seem to be picking up a fair few bit now. But this one that I'm going to show you now, it just jumped out at me, and it's called Kill the Boy Band by Goldie Moldavsky. I think that's right. And this one is basically about a group of friends who are obsessed with the latest boy band, and they decide to take it to the next level and kidnap one of them, but they end up kidnapping, as it says in the inside of the jacket, the most useless one in the band. And at the back it says they are nice, they are fans, no sorry, they are friends, they are fans, and they're sick of being nice. And the blurb here said, this book is not game changing, it is the game. And it was just basically the cover that really stood out for me. And if you look, like, this is the inside of it here, and even the inside of the jacket. It's just, it looks just so cool. So I picked up that one, and then when I did that, I had a look and I noticed that it's actually coming out in the UK in a couple of months' time. So I saw that one and decided to get that one. Next book I got when I was away is Off the Clock by Ronnie Lauren. This one just is a book that seems quite interesting. I liked one of her other series, which is completely different. I've lost the name of it. But this was a book that I was looking for again, and being on holiday, I can justify buying that book. The next one I bought is The Wicked Will Rise by Danielle Page. Now, I've also bought the first book in the series, which is Dorothy Must Die, and I'm about halfway through it. And when I found out that the second one was actually available, I decided to buy the second one as well. And this is an exclusive Barnes & Noble one, and I'll show you the inside of it again because it's really nice. There's the actual cover of it, and you can see that there with this wicked thing here. But the really cool thing, if I take off the dust jacket, is you have this. I don't know if you can see. There's a really cool map of Oz, and it's got other places in it, and there's descriptions in that. So I bought that. I'm really enjoying the first one, and I knew that I would want to find out what happened next in the second one. And the third book is out, I think it's out next month, so that is, I decided to buy that. And I also bought, actually in the airport, because I like having a nosy about just to see what they have. I bought The Stylist by Rosie Nixon, and I read that completely when I was away on holiday. And I really enjoyed it. It had a very Devil Wears Prada type feel to it. It was funny, it was really good, and it just so happened that I started this the day after the Oscars, so it's all around about that thing there. But this was a really enjoyable read, and I'll be writing a review of that, so do check out my blog because I'll have the review written for that one. I also bought on holiday Angelus by Sabrina Benalis, which is the third book in the series. I didn't realise when I picked it up, but I really fancied it, so you can see the other two are there. I had a look in Barnes & Noble to try and justify buying the other two, but they didn't have it, and ordering it would have meant that it wouldn't have actually been there when I would have actually received it when I was there. So I decided to order them from Amazon, and when I came back I had the two of them here, and I bought these second hand. So I've got an ex-library copy at Akron, which is the first one, and the second book, which is Covenant, and the two of them cost me about £5 odds, so I got them. Lastly, before I went away on holiday, I had also picked up The Silver Tide, which is the last book in the, I'm trying to remember the name of the series. I can't remember the name of the series, but this is the last book in the series, and I'm hoping to kind of binge read these like what I did with the Red Rising series. So that's the last book I got. I actually bought before I went away. Today I was in my local shopping centre and stopped off the Works, and so I had a copy of this, which is The Severed Streets by Paul Cornell. Now I've read London Fallen, which I kind of enjoyed. Didn't realise there was a second book, and saw that it was only £2, so I decided to buy that one. So that's all my books that I bought, and I'll go into the review books in the second part in my book haul, which will be coming up really shortly.